here we are driving to the to the northern point of West Ukraine. We are now approaching very close to Belarus border, and we see more and more strong block posts. This very strange feeling. For hundreds and hundreds of years Ukrainians were living together with Belarus people, really never ever expecting attack from Belarus, because in general those people are very peaceful, just like Ukrainians. And at the same time, now there are block posts, police, military. We see when we are driving through the forest, we see also I don't know, hidden military people. We see tension growing the closer you go to the border, while here there was no attack yet. But up until end of February we would not even think that it is possible. But now Ukraine has to protect very big line of border, also of Belarus. Before it would be only Russia, which was considered as a threat, but now Belarus. And actually the biggest damage to Kiev, for example, was caused by troops, Russian troops, which were coming from Belarus side. And now the missiles which are flying and on Kiev, also on Lviv and other cities, are often flying from Belarus. And here war you don't feel here war if you look to people. But when you see the block posts, when you see in the forest, especially when you see those defense lines, then you realize you are approaching the border. And we are coming to one of the last village before the border, where they started making bread. And from here, from very safe place compared to Kharkiv, for example, or Mariupol, but very close to Belarus border, they were producing bread and sending it all the way to Kharkiv. And from here to Kharkiv is like 1,500 kilometers. And we want to film and to see what are their plans, and if they need some support, and if we could support people with our equipment or with our knowledge. And I'm here with Dmitro, director of our charity organization, because we are also going and thinking and planning how to continue the ministry and what is really God's way for the country, and also for the ministry and for us. So it will be very interesting to see what is there. We met also in Lutsk. We met with our Zealandia sales representative, and he also confirmed that here at the West business is going on. There are more consumers and bakeries and confectionery producers. They are feeling relatively good. New clients even are coming. It is very much in contrast with the east of Ukraine, where people stop production where some locations are bombed. We just heard about a big factory producing cakes in Kharkiv region, and the equipment was taken completely by Russians and taken to Russia. So just they took a complete factory out, which on the other hand gives me hope. And I'm glad, because it means if Russians are stealing equipment, if Russians are stealing Ukrainian wheat and bread from south and east and eastern regions, for me it is a signal that they understand that they will not stay there long. So they're trying to use their chance to steal anything they can steal. And then we really hope that Ukrainian army supported. Here you see also defense just in the middle of small town. There was no attack here, but people are still waiting. Tension is there in the air, and people are ready to fight in case danger will come from this side. So, but we are hopeful. we are praying that God will protect Ukraine, and thanks to support, military support now from the West, but also financial support from the West, when now prices are sky high, we had difficulties. We saw very big lines staying at the petrol stations. Petrol it's not possible to buy petrol. We drove already more than 1,000 kilometers and nowhere we saw petrol. We saw a bit of gas you can buy, and you can buy a bit of diesel, but for that you have to wait in lines for hours. I heard that in 5 o'clock in the morning you have to wake up to be able before 9 to fill in your car. So there are all kinds of difficulties now because of the war, and still country is going on. Today we're again in a very blessed and beautiful place at the west of Ukraine. It is Lutsk, and it's Agape Center. The center which was first in the dreams of one family. Natalia, she got into a horrible car accident, and after that she got completely immovable. And her husband was first caring for her, learned how to make it, then was helping some other people, and then he was dreaming about the center whom could support many other people. And now this dream came true together with the support of Johnny and Friends mission in America. There is such a beautiful center. So this center, there were more than 1,000 refugees went from Ukraine, disabled people which could not move on the wheelchairs, and we are learning from them how to make these are rooms where they are staying. There is special rehabilitation rooms. There is a beautiful view outside. For 2 months it did not work as a rehabilitation center, but it worked rather as evacuation center. And we are learning from them what is important, how to take care. You see some people on wheelchairs are already here getting support. And we are also here to look for microbus which we could use for our students with mental disabilities, to move them from the center to gym, to their job places. But as we came here, we realized that probably we would need a microbus with a special lift at the back for transportation of people also with wheelchairs, in case part of the ministry will be in that. So I was wondering, mostly for those who have contacts in the Netherlands or in Germany, what we understood, the prices are sky high for microbuses for in general, because a lot of people are taking advantage now from Ukraine of no import duties. But microbuses for people with disabilities with special lifts for wheelchairs probably are not in the highest demand now, at least not from Ukraine. So in case you know the place where there could be good quality and good price microbus in the Netherlands, preferably, we could look to that, and we have some funds now also to buy this microbus and to move to Ukraine. It would take about a week, because at least 3 days you have to stay at the border now, but we will speak with some people who are ready to do it for us. So it's most important to have a strong microbus with not a big mileage, because Ukrainian roads they are quite a big challenge for cars. So if there is a good price for a microbus of say less than 200,000 kilometers and in a good condition, and you know contacts, please reach out to us. And if we could buy it straight from some organizations without in between people, and can save some money which were donated on that, because we need to bring it here to make documents for that, let us know. And now we are driving further here at Volyn, also at the west, to the place where there is a bakery. It was just started in the times of the war, and they were shipping a lot of bread to the east, and we want to see what they're doing and learn what are their plans, and to see if we can help them also with our experience with equipment which we are getting now. and I will tell you more when we saw it. And I was not coming online for some days because there were not many activities which could be of interest. So there is a lot of routine on cleaning, on repairing the equipment at the bakery, and I hope next week already to show you again first breads and cakes and cookies which we'll produce already at the bakery and sell, and also distribute for free to people who really need it nowadays. So thank you that you are staying with us, that you are praying. Thank you for all your advices about the utilization of the meat. I'm speaking to city administration. We're thinking how to make it more safe for people, and how in this very difficult time still to take care also of environment, also to take care of the future of people who live here. So God bless you. Quality food. So this is bread. That's the final product which comes then to the east of Ukraine. Here is production process. So from flour, mixer, hand dividing and rolling machines. Then you see the automatic proofer and the baking process. I think there can be some improvements, like if you add some steam, but also some ingredients. And here it's cooling process. Quite nice building. And here's Victor. Victor who organized this entire bakery, and now we will discuss how to improve the situation and how maybe to... Now we are driving behind Victor. He also has pizzeria here in the town. So there are 15,000 citizens here in the town, and just a few kilometers from here there is another town, and he is considering, because he tried actually to make this bread just with intention to support people in the east of Ukraine, but now when they got first skills, they are considering whether to extend the business or to stop it, because the need is less at this moment, and also they are trying more and more to control how the bread is distributed, because it is really far from here to Kharkiv, for example, or to Melitopol. I think the Melitopol is also like 1,500 kilometers, and nowadays when there is enormous shortage of fuel, diesel is very difficult to get, petrol is impossible to get. It is a big challenge to get the products to the east. Here, let's see. This is the pizzeria, so we'll try now to park. Here is bus station. There is a police station which is making number plates for the cars, and we are coming with Victor to the pizzeria. Доброго дня. Here we have some sweets, macaroons, drinks, and the pizza, of course. It's a very nice small business which could be extended, so we'll see what kind of advice we can make. But I'm inviting the guy to us, to Brovary, to learn how to make bread and to learn how to make cakes, and then to consider whether he could extend his business. So we'll see, we'll discuss it now upstairs. Interesting that cola is now from Poland, because the factory, which is located not far from us, was bombed, destroyed by Russian soldiers, and it needs some renovation. So here we are at the west of Ukraine, northwest, very close to border with Belarus. And well, I think I will stop now filming, and we'll discuss, and then I hope that next video I can make with a guy already at our place, at the bakery and at the Zealandia, where they can learn the basic skills. And I'm sure, well, I see how business oriented he is and open heart, because with best intentions started baking bread in difficult times. It says a lot, so it would be nice to support this initiative. I will look for some equipment and also technological support to make this guy more successful and to develop small bakery here in the town and serve the neighboring villages and towns. So more to come.